Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Let's see, I think we live. Yep. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash. So all praise to the Heavenly Father. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. In his son's name, who the world illiterate called Jesus Christ, real name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Also give it praise, honor, and glory unto the Yahweh Kakadash, the Holy Spirit, which is the force and entity that makes its edification possible. I want to say Shalom to all you sincere hearted Akim Waqwa. That's your brothers and sisters make your bodies a living sacrifice on a daily basis in this wicked and adulterous generation. I also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this lesson, Salaki who taught us this truth and who rule well. And me and the beloved brother Mathia, he's chopping it up early this morning about how this is the calm before the storm, man. You know, and people are, as scriptures speak about, that gross darkness over the people. What is it, Isaiah 60? And Esau, as a matter of fact, we could probably open up with that if you ain't got nothing. Cause this gross darkness, man. That's exactly the mindset of this people, man. They're in great darkness, not knowing what's about to befall them, man. As we, starting with the apostles and elders, go into, these particular articles, play these particular videos that these whistleblowers are, coming out with, such as, this next round, of lock dizzies and, particular draconian mandates that's being set forth to come in the very near future, with the CBDCs and, they got the talks of, the C-hips, being implanted inside of people on the back end of those CBDCs. It's like everybody, ain't nobody paying attention to it. All right, but that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So you got anything out?
This is Isaiah 60, started verse 1. It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come upon, his light is come.
Yeah, arise and shine, for thy light is come upon thee. And who's arising? Who's arising from that great sleep? Right, it's us, man. Right, those dry bones are waking back up. All right, starting with the elect. All right, and the Lord has put forth his spirit inside of us, man. As you read in the book of Ephesians, the first chapter, how he's given us that spirit, of revelation and understanding in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Right, understanding what the will of the Lord is. It's understanding the hope of the promises, right, to come. Understanding, the day of, destruction, the day of doom, that 2 Ezra 7 goes into, man. So that's what that light is, man. It's the Lord's word coming inside of us. You got it out.
It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Yeah, it says thy light is come, right? Yahweh Shai, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee, man. Right? And our glory is coming back. Right? our glory is back, man. Because we got this word, we got this treasure in earthen vessels. All right? So ultimately, we're waiting for the physical manifestation, full embodiment of this truth, to come to pass and be set up right here on earth, man. As Apostle Recall, emphasizes the point all the time. Brothers, like, we already got the kingdom. We already got it. And it starts with this word. Matthew, what is that? Matthew the 10th chapter, goes into it. But you got it.
Verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Now, who's that darkness come from? It comes from the man of sin, Esau, Edom, the wicked himself. That's why David says in the book of Psalms, the 37th chapter, for I have seen the wicked spreading himself like a green bay tree. And you see we got, a lot of trees, around us, but if it was daytime, you'll really see, how these trees cast a lot of shade over the land. And with Esau being that wicked green, or being that green bay tree, he's responsible for covering the earth with great darkness, man. You see? These some dark times that we in. And in particular, well, are you in the blue letter?
Yeah.
Can we see what that word darkness goes into in Hebrew? I know in the Greek, I believe it's like skotos. Good morning. I know in the Greek it's like skotos, which means like ignorant of divine things.
It's Strong's 28:22. It's chashah.
God.
And it's darkness, obscurity, darkness, secret place.
Ooh, darkness, secret place, obscurity, man. Yeah, these people, they're in a place of obscurity. They have no idea what's going on, man. You see? The beasts of the field have more of an idea, right, of what's coming to pass. That's why you got orca whales beaching themselves, orca whales attacking boats. You got all these fish just dying off, you know? Can we grab, what's it, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12? You know? Because, man, right, without this truth, you are likened unto the beast. Really, you're worse than the beast. The Lord tells us to go to the beasts of the field, and they shall teach thee. And I know the priest Anna, down here in GMS Dallas, he was going into his camp lesson last night. And he was going into how, an ant knows its purpose more than a whole human being does, man. Mm-hmm. Ants know exactly what they were created for. They busy. They stay working around the clock, man. Right? While you got niggas just slothful, not knowing what they was created for. Totally out of their order, man. Mm-hmm. But you got it out.
This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. It say, for man also knoweth not his time.
For man also knoweth not his time. You see? Go ahead.
It says, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net.
Yeah, just like the fishes that's taken in an evil net. All right, you a fisherman, you casting that cast net over the ocean, right? And that cast net is falling upon that school of fish, but the school of fish, they not looking up. We was talking about that earlier. Like that movie, Don't Look Up. Because there's an evil net that's hovering over this place, man. And people feel it, but they're ignoring it with these particular vices, fulfilling the lust of the flesh, ignoring it with, all these particular, sports, the bread and circuses, right? But that still doesn't negate the fact that there's an evil net hovering over this place, man.
Right. And how did they blind themselves for not knowing? That's why you see drinking as an all-time high, drug use as an all-time high. You have depression at an all-time high. All these things that they use to cause to keep from knowing what's coming or see what's covering that. Like I said, that darkness. They want to stay blind. You know what I'm saying? They just like when you have a horse. When a horse running or racing, what do? They put blinders on them so they can't see from the left or the right. They just can see what's in front of them. And that's what they're doing. They want to cover up what's going on with the world, what's going on with society by blinding themselves or basically overindulging themselves in some type of substance or something like that to keep their state of mind at rest from the world.
Man. God.
Back in Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 9, verse 12, it says, and the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
See? So the Lord is likening a man that doesn't know the time and seasons that he's in. A man that doesn't know, the impending doom that's coming. He's likening it to him as into a beast, man. Just like a bird that's about to be caught in that snare. But what does the book of Proverbs, the first chapter, say? It says, for verily, in vain is the snare laid, for that bird. That's ultimately, as a matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. I don't want to butcher it. It's like Proverbs 1. You got anything?
Let's see here. This is
I got it right here. It's Proverbs 1 and 17. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. Let's get in NLT. If a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. You see? And that's us through the Spirit, man.
Right.
As the Lord has given us the eye salve to see. And it's like an owl. An owl, is known for its keen night vision, man. It has something that's called salve, eye salve. You see? And that's us as we're living in this time of great darkness, living in this time of night. Right? The Lord has given unto us, because men, we're likened unto birds as well in certain particular passages. Right? He's given us his eye salve so we can see at night. So we can see, good morning. So we can see this evil snare, this evil net that's being laid for us, man. But if you have that prudence, if you have that foresight to see, you know, you'll get out of the way. You'll get out of Dodge, man.
This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 3 and 4. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And it says, in whom the God of this world, all right, read that again. The God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine upon them. And like I say, that's the God of this world has blinded the minds. You know, you feel like that you know everything, like you say, a scholar. But the thing is, you see things in a carnal aspect.
Good morning. How you doing?
You see a carnal aspect of things. But, like you say, the God of this world has plagued your mind, and it has blinded the mind of who? Of spiritual aspects of things. You don't see what's about to happen. You don't see what's coming. You even have some people that was like, okay, we know we're at the end time, but they're not righteously have that full understanding.
Right.
They're just blinded because what's the one thing they think about? Well, what can we do to make things better? They don't have the eyesight to know that things are not going to get better. Okay. Things are only going to continue to get worse until the day of the Lord comes. And that's going to be darkness and not light. And things are only going to get better when we're set into what? The kingdom. That's why you measure the time of what we're at now. The time that we're dealing with at this time is going to continue to be gross darkness. People are going to be ignorant to the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You know, and people, you know, and there's really no way to, you know, carnally prepare, you know, for these times that we're coming into. You know, there's only so much water you can stock up. There's only so much, you know, bread and, you know, peanuts and, you know, granola bars you can stock up on, man. All right, because it's not even guaranteed you're going to be able to, you know, be put in position to where you can, you know, partake of those things. That's why Yahushua tells us in the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, you know, he tells us, you know, to don't think like the Gentiles think. Right. You know, don't think about, you know, what you're going to wear, what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink. All right. He commanded us just to seek the kingdom first. Seek the kingdom first, and everything else shall be added, man. Because we're coming as brothers. Hey, we excited about. Good morning. We're excited about these next round of lock dizzies coming. But with us being excited, man, we also got to understand, you know, and brothers do, but, you know, we also got to keep in the forefront of our mind as these next round of lock dizzies come. Hey, we're going to be put in very trying times. You know, a lot of our jobs are going to let us go. You know, brothers are going to be working like that, but yet your landlord still expect his money. Yeah. You know, so where is that going to put us? That's going to put us in a very, you know, trying position, man. Right. Through much tribulation, we shall enter to the kingdom. So we got to be preparing our minds, you know, for that hour of temptation, man.
Yeah, spiritually prepping, you know, because what are your spirit lays up in your mind, in your life. And as we were talking about earlier, that movie, Don't Look Up. You know, what did they kept telling them? When they started trying to bring out the truth and get people to get their knowledge and understanding and spread it out, what did they say? Hey, you need to get more media training, or however they were saying. Right. Basically, and that's what they were telling. They tell us, hey, y'all ain't not bringing out some smooth things. You know, Jake want to hear smooth things. Why are you not telling them something to make them feel good? You know, hey, it's a time for everything as Ecclesiastes going to. All right, it's a time for enjoy. It's a time for mourning. All right, it's time to be alive, and it's also time for death. Yeah. You got to look at the time that we're in. All right, as it says in Ephesians 5, these days are evil. Right? These are bad times that are upon us. And these times are going to get worse and worse. It's going to wax worse and worse. And right now, it's not good times. People can see that. But that's what they say. They want to get, when you tell them more, what do? I don't want to hear that. Let me go get in this bottle, drink up some more of this filth. Right. You know, let me go roll up this weed, drink some, smoke more of that. You know, let me pop some of these pills. They don't want to live in a reality of what's actually going on.
But they're going to have a choice very soon. Well, not a choice, but they're going to be forced, you know, to live in reality very soon. And these particular, you know, the pharmaceutical, you know, medications get cut. Right. Because there's supply chain shortage on you know, these particular pills, man. And so these people that's hooked to antidepressants and, you know, particular, you know, these medications, man, you're going to be forced to deal with reality up close and personal. Yep. See? And this is why Yahushua commanded us in Luke the 21st chapter, don't be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that they come not upon us unawares, man. So hey, we've been dealing with reality, and this is why our minds have been in the house of mourning.
Yep. I want to read the Ecclesiastes 9 and 12 in NLT.
Go on.
It says, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, people can never predict when hard times might come. Right, it says, like fish in a net or birds in a trap, people are caught suddenly, tragically. Hey, and tragedy, that's what it says, tragedy is coming. So people are going to be caught in a mass stream of death that's going to come upon the earth. You're going to one day try to get up and go get your medicine, as you was mentioning, or go get some food, and then be like, well, we don't have it at this time. We're already seeing the shelves in some places. You go and food is not on the shelves.
Yep.
You may say, come back in a few days. The truck ain't came or something.
Man, I was in Walmart the other day, out there in Bedford, and bro, like that whole aisle was just wiped clean. I'm like, damn, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like, goddamn. So people are already, panic buying, and as they're talking about these new restrictions coming down, because out there in Atlanta, I believe you had this HBCU starting Monday. They had reinforced them diaper mask mandates on everybody's face. So people kind of get the sense of what's about to happen, but they don't understand, right, the full severity of it, man.
That's right.
That was it on that.
Yeah, that was it on that.
So yeah, man, we want to put this out there in the airways of you believers, in the minds of you believers, prep our minds, to get ready for this hour of temptation, man, because this the calm before the storm. Definitely the calm before the storm. But with that, Lord willing, you Akim and Akwaf were edified. So next time, we're gonna give all praise, honor, glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. We'll give double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone, DTA, Baba Ball, Kwame Sharala, Shalom.